You see our sponsors, you know what time it is, what segment it is. More history was created on Sunday night in the NBA as LeBron James became only the second player in league history to pass the 38,000 points mark. The Lakers didn't have cause to celebrate though, as they were beaten 113-112 by the 76ers.
Superstars of the game embracing before action tonight. It's LeBron James taking on Joel Embiid. The Lakers going against the Sixers. LeBron 11 points shy of 38,000 in his career. Gets the lay in there. And then this is the historic jumper. LeBron becomes the second player in NBA history to reach 38,000 points in his career. He had 16 in the opening quarter, still just putting up tremendous numbers. Joel Embiid, speaking of tremendous numbers, gets to the bucket, and he's just too big for anybody to stop down there. And then James Harden sets him up, and yeah, Embiid's going to stuff that one home. Then Harden finds him for the mid-range shot. Joel Embiid at 22 points in the half. Philly up by 7. Later in the second, Russell Westbrook setting up LeBron, who gets the alley-oop throwdown. Lakers go to the lockers up by 158-57. Third quarter, Harden off the screen finds Embiid for the big dunk plus the foul. Watch this one more time. He missed the free throw. Lakers still up by 1 at that point, 77-76. Here goes LeBron on a beautiful little hanging spin move. Watch it again. Wasn't able to dunk that, so could he fix that one deficiency? You betcha. Here comes LeBron again with the spin and the throw down. Watch it one more time. 35 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. Just a tremendous effort from LeBron. Lakers up by 1. James Harden stepping up in the fourth, gets the layup. Then coming off the screen, makes the 3. He had 24 points, 13 assists, 7 rebounds on the game. Philly by 3. Later in the fourth, Russell Westbrook makes the fadeaway. He had a triple-double, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists. Lakers up by 1 at that point, less than 3 minutes to go. George Niang, though, on the other end, knocks down a 3. This puts Philly up by 2. Then it's Embiid making a jumper. He had 35 points, 11 rebounds on the game. Philly by 4, less than a minute to go. LeBron now driving and kicking to Troy Brown, who hits a 3. It's a 1-point game. Now Lakers down 1, less than 10 seconds to go. Russell Westbrook one-on-one with Joel Embiid, loses the dribble, keeps going, and the pass sort of blocked by the rim and blocked by the defense. Watch it again. Russell Westbrook explodes. He wanted a call on Embiid here for grabbing his wrist. No call at all. And Philly goes on to get the win by 1. The final score, 113-112.
Yep, Kareem sits as the cream of the crop right now. The cream rising to the top. LeBron in his slipstream in second, only 363 points behind. Malone, Kobe, Jordan, Dirk, Wilt the Stilts, Shaq, Melo, and Moses Malone round out the top 10. So what? 11,000 points between first and 10th on that list. And LeBron is poised to supplant Kareem as the NBA's, as basketball's most prolific ever scorer. Now, King James accepted that the loss overshadowed the milestone. So, 38,000 plus for LeBron. As I said, only 363 away from a Kareem. And yet, he really couldn't enjoy it because the Lakers lost again.
Yeah, and LeBron must be commended for the longevity of his career. You know, when you look at LeBron, and he had a good night. He actually had a good game night. It's just that the Lakers, George, they're in a really, really bad place. Russell Westbrook, and you know, I have used the opportunity to only speak about the positives because him coming off the bench, you know, there was no reason for complaint. But there were moments during that Lakers match, it felt as if Russ had never played basketball before. There were a couple of times, you know, turnovers by Russell Westbrook. You would wonder a rookie would do something like that. And it comes down to the fact that, you know, Russell is a player that you genuinely can't trust on a given day. Because, okay, he's coming off the bench, he's doing well. Coach decides to give him a longer number of time to play. And then he does things like that, and of course, costing the Lakers the game. So, LeBron, it's just a bit unfortunate that he's doing these great things in a setup where they're losing. You
know, do we have Alistair yet? We're waiting to connect with her, get Alistair Albert. But here's the thing. In basketball, and I'm sure Alistair would agree, the one thing you don't want to do as a team chasing the result, because the Lakers were trailing, so they're chasing the result. The 76ers had the win in their hand. The one thing you don't want is what the Lakers found happening to them. The one thing you don't want, what's that one thing? Is to have the ball in the hands of the wrong player at the death.
But
Russell Westbrook, and that's the point I'm making, Russell Westbrook in that position. First of all, because he's under the pressure of the shot clock. Not even the shot clock, forget the shot clock. He's under the pressure of the game clock, because the game time is draining away, because there was no time to distinguish between shot clock and game clock. So he looks up and the game clock is running down fast. He panics, loses the dribble, loses the handle on the dribble. He lost about maybe 0.7, 0.8, 0.5 of a second in the moment that he took to look down. And my director said to me 11 seconds, and he panicked with the ball in his hand, lost the dribble, took the ball back up, and by that time there was no space to go around Joel Embiid, who knew that, oh, you're going to try to go around to get the layup, because he's not going to dunk it. You're going to try to get the layup and also probably get an and one on the play. So Embiid knew you were going there, was prepared to slide to his right to block you from going there, to make it difficult for you to go there, knocking you off balance. If you're off balance, you go for that layup. If you're lucky, it goes in. Under normal circumstances, you're going to miss. The Lakers found themselves in the one position you don't want to find yourself in, chasing the game, the ball in the hands of the wrong man.
But George, that just means that Russell Westbrook, as an NBA player, what we would want to call a seasoned NBA player, would have failed himself and failed his team, because he's been doing this thing for so long, and for good teams.
But of course, listen, in every kind of ball, any sport that you play with a ball, a team sport, you have something that applies called ball sense. It is to know that here you have LeBron scoring freely all night. 16 in the first quarter, 35 up to that point. The game was almost over. You have to try to find out. I'd be very happy LeBron missing that shot and the Lakers lost. I'm very unhappy Russell Westbrook missing that shot and the Lakers lost. You should find a way to get the ball in the hands of the man who's scoring. Yes, you had 20 up to that point, but as you noted, it was 20 scratchy points. Well, there's no such thing as 20 scratchy points, but you know what I mean. Yeah? He wasn't efficient and very good in getting those 20 points.
No, it was really clumsy.
So I'm saying you need to get the ball. And a former league MVP, a man with records galore to his name, you don't panic in those situations. The one thing you do if you're Russell Westbrook, you don't panic. And I know it's easy for me to say, but I've never played an NBA game. He's played hundreds of NBA games, and thousands perhaps of NBA games, basketball games. Right, so you don't panic. You don't watch the clock. You do what you have to do, and let that buzzer tell you that, man, you're out of time. Alistair Albert joins us, our NBA expert. Alistair, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm hoping
you can
hear me.
Yeah, man, we're hearing you loud and clear. I don't know how much of that you caught, but we're saying here that two things happened to one thing happened to the Lakers, and then another thing happened to Russell Westbrook. The one thing you don't want at that stage of the game, if you're the team chasing the game, is for the ball to be in the hands of the wrong player. And then the other thing you don't want is for the player who has the ball, the wrong player, to be pressured by what's happening on the game clock and to panic, lose his dribble, and then have it all fall apart, and he's trying to scramble just to get the ball up in the air, hoping by some miracle it will rebound off the glass and go in. All of those things happened in the same play. Westbrook with the rock in hand, wrong man, and the Lakers suffering as a result.
Well, the thing is, they tried to trust him with that ball in the last few seconds, because if you look at statistics, just on a statistics basis, it has been said that Russell Westbrook is one of the most clutch players in the league for the past how many years it's been. I can't remember the exact stat itself. So, he's been trusted in those certain circumstances when, he's the main guy on a team to kind of make clutch baskets in that situation. But in that exact circumstance right there we were speaking about, he lost his composure. You coming downhill against Joel Embiid, you got the rebound, you pushed the ball, you fumbled. At that point where he fumbled, he should have tried to pass it out and try to swing the ball around. LeBron maybe gets it, someone with an open shot. But once he fumbled, the defense set, and then he tried to continue again, going at Embiid, who was already feet set, ready to kind of recover on defense. So that was just wrong on his part there.
Yeah, and that's the point I'm making, because in the moment that he fumbled the dribble, it became clear to Joel where he wanted to go. So he could, not easy, but he could slide to the right, block him, knock him off balance, and then, of course, the layup won't go. And I'm saying I'd rather be beating Alistair with the ball in the hands of LeBron James, let him miss that shot last night rather than Russell Westbrook miss that shot. I can't reconcile it. I can't stomach that, my friend.
Yeah, and everyone is going to say that. Quite a few people are saying that he's the man on this team. He's the guy who's chasing the records. He's the one who wants to be the GOAT. He's the one who should have demanded the ball when it crossed half court to try to make that last second basket. And what you saw LeBron do was kind of tail off and come higher up, and it kind of felt like he just gave up on the possession, which was really disappointing to see. He should have taken that last shot, I agree. But again, they're trying to trust Russell Westbrook to kind of make the right decision. And he's played really well. He had a triple-double off the bench. So they're just hoping that he can continue to play well and make the right decision. But against Embiid and this situation, it just didn't work out.
Yeah, hope is a road in Jamaica. That's all I'll say. I hope we can connect with you earlier in our next scheduled discussion, and we can talk fulsomely about the topic on the table, my friend. All the best to you, and we really enjoy your expertise and your contribution.
No problem.
Good. That's Alistair Albert there, Mariah.
Yeah, well, still to come on today's show, we discuss Bruno Fernandes's controversial goal in Manchester United's 2-1 win over City in the EPL on Saturday. Is it a case of wrong versus right, or is it just a matter of interpretation? We look at the rules and then discuss with a FIFA referee instructor. And we review the final day of schoolboy football season in Jamaica. Star player Tejon Whisper Richards dominated the awards, but once again his team was unable to lift a championship trophy. That discussion is next with Chris Taylor. And before we leave viewers in Trinidad and Tobago, here's your chance to play our Take Your Shot promotion and win a trip for two to attend the 2023 All-Star Weekend in Utah. Watch the NBA live on SportsMax to get a chance to scan the QR code for more information on how to participate. The promotion, which began on November 28, 2022, ends on January 20, 2023. That's Friday of this week, so don't miss out on a chance to win.